Good morning, everybody. Christos Voskris. It is Easter weekend for everybody, and we are working. That gives you an idea on timing. This video probably won't be up for a couple of weeks. We got this done yesterday. So if you have been watching all the videos, we were making trim, and maybe it wasn't all clear what we were doing, but see, now we've got this gable divider. Also, I call it a belt line going there. Red steel here, white around the window. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3 windows in the workshop, and this is milk house for the dairy cows over there. Got a man door. They gotta go in yet, and then we have the starter trim along the bottom here. So we got lots more to do, but we're getting there. And then the next phase, well, I gotta do the back wall out there yet as well, and then we got to get trimmed around here. So we got to get the soffits put in here along. We got to get the trim around these doors, and then we can get this all covered in as well. Sure nice, and it's coming together. We had to do some re-landscaping here because the dirt was too high still. So we've dug that down. And then now, of course, they're going to dig it a little bit farther so that we can kind of slope it. So this will be lower. It might go a little farther. And then we got to kind of make it a nice slope. The farther we get into this hill, of course, in the back here is much more of a drop as well. So here too, we'll have to do a bit of slope changes. Well, it's coming together very nice. And then the inside needs to be dug out yet. So I got a guy coming, and he can help with that. And it's because we changed plans a little bit. I wanted more ceiling height here now. At the back, I've got way more room than I need, and at the front I need to remove a bit of dirt. So this, well, the topsoil not, but the clay underneath it, we will end up putting back there on top to bring that up. You can see that post is sticking out way too far, and over here we have too much dirt, so we're going to take some out of here and put it over there. We got that wall on the other day as well. Very exciting, lots happening, lots coming together. Every day a little more work, and the project comes to completion. And just like that, the bottom's done. I gotta look into doors right now. I'm probably gonna get the same one I got in the bunkhouse because it's a nice enough door, and the price was right, but they're all black, so we're used to white doors with white trim. So I don't know how that's gonna look because we got white trim around everything, and then I'm gonna have this black door like this. So I did suggest maybe the trim around this black door, maybe we could paint white. I don't know, we'll see. We'll put it in and see what it looks like first. But all in all, it looks pretty sharp. Very happy. Obviously we got the other sides to do yet in the top. Main goal right now is getting the back portion ready for some cows. So we'll get some steel on the other wall later. Good evening, everybody. I neglected you all day. We are running a pile of hours lately. Just a lot to do, and I love this time of year because there's a lot going on. I'm pretty tired. So I've tilled the garden a couple of times. We showed that a little bit. Maybe you can kind of see some plastic. We started on that. That'll be a video coming up soon as well. Wes has been busy harrowing. These are the harrows we've built, working pretty good depending on what we use them for, but he's been harrowing the field with it today. Now, not everybody's gonna understand that, and that's fine, but basically we've got a lot of tall grass still sitting out here, and it's all got seed heads on it. And so I'm getting him to drive around, for one, to knock that grass down, but the main thing is to knock all the seed down. And we are reseeding the field in that manner. So if we take care of that now, the next time it rains, it'll drive them in a little bit, and we'll have lots of new vegetation. And again, if you don't understand that or don't agree with it, that's fine, but it is true, it does work. What else? We're working on the shop. It's coming together real good, and that's been my main push. We are hoping to enter the competition for a grant coming up here soon, and we need to have some of this done before that, so that's what we're working hard on, getting that done. And then of course we want to get it done anyway, because I have set a deadline for June, basically our 1-year anniversary from when we started digging on the property. So I think that's June 13th of 2024. We started digging for this house. Since then, we have basically completed the house, added a flagpole, built a whole whack of fences, built a schoolhouse slash guest house, built a root cellar, put in electricity, and built this big master shop, Masterskaya. There's a big workshop slash barn. Barn will be all the way in the back. This is a workshop for fixing equipment, and this is storage, although we may end up putting animals in there as well. So we've got a lot done, but my hope is to have all of these projects wrapped up. Will they be 100% done? Probably not, but the outsides at least will look done, and that's kind of the goal that I have set right now. So I don't think that's going to be a big problem. Right now is April 18, 19, 20. April 20th today, so it shouldn't be a big problem. Look at that. Beautiful sunsets we have here. We absolutely love the view from here. It's phenomenal. Also, amazing news, we are fully registered in our own home. We officially have the house registered now, and we officially are registered in the house. So we are officially 100% moved in to our house, which is really exciting for us as well. Lucy, somebody was asking for you the other day. They said, how come Lucy's not on the camera? Right? So we got to put you in the camera more. Right? Oh wait, man, I want to chew on my stick. I'm out of here. I'm going away chewing on my stick. She's a good doggy. What else can I tell you? Today, so the girls are going for this is the first day for it. Ariana and Cora and Elias. All three of them need glasses, and here they have eye strengthening exercises, a specialist. So they have a special problem called strabismus, which makes them kind of go cross-eyed like this. And that's why they wear glasses. Cora has had surgery done many years ago to pull the muscles in, because hers were really bad. And so that was done, but she still has these problems. Now, they have eye strengthening exercises here that they said, hey, might work. And so we did that 6 months ago, and there was good improvement in all the children. Those 3 children. And so now they wanted to see us again, 6 months, so now it's that time. And for 10 days straight, we have to have them at this eye specialist in the city for, I think it's an hour and a half or 2 hours roughly. So we have to drive back and forth. It takes about an hour and a half to get to the city, an hour and a half back. So it consumes a lot of the day, and makes it a little harder to get some stuff done here, because it's kind of, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon I have to have the kids there, so you got to leave here like, 12:30, something like that, a little after lunch. And then I don't get back until 5 or 6. And right now we just finished supper. It's getting kind of dark out already. So we're going to work a little bit more now. I've been getting up at 5 every morning. There's a big bug. Getting up at 5 every morning to get more done. Between field work that needs to be done right now and getting this project wrapped up, as well as lots of other things. It makes for a long day, but I kind of enjoy it. I prefer that than having nothing to do. I like being active. So yeah, I think you're up to date now. That's what went on today. We did have a doctor's thing too, I guess, for Waylon. Waylon had a bit of a fever. Waylon was not feeling well this morning at all. We are not the kind of people that run to a doctor like super fast. Most things can be dealt with at home. Most things can be fixed with sleep and rest. Rest is an excellent medicine, and a lot of times we get sick because we don't have enough rest, or we haven't been drinking enough water. That can do a big one as well. And so he wasn't feeling well, but he had a fever. We monitored it for a while, and we decided, you know what, let's take him in. Well, apparently here it is normal to call an ambulance when a kid has temperature of 39. So a fever would start at 39 degrees Celsius. That's not normal for us at all. We would never, ever call an ambulance for that. Ambulance is for emergency reasons, so I found that very strange. They even have doctor's visits here at home, which is kind of neat. We don't have that in Canada. Not to my knowledge. I've never heard of that. Maybe in the old school days, but not today. So we brought him in. They did tell us that. Yeah, the whole doctor visit didn't go very well, unfortunately. Didn't like that doctor very much. We didn't agree. That's just fine. Many times I don't agree with people, and they don't agree with me. It's fine. I don't try to make anybody feel stupid for their opinions. You are entitled to yours, and I have mine, and that's okay. We should do our best to listen to each other, hear each other out, and then, you know, at the end of the day, you got to make the decision that suits you best. So, but in this case, the doctor and us didn't necessarily agree on some things, and the doctor made it very clear, rolling her eyes and laughing at us and basically acting like we were completely stupid. Not a nice feeling. I don't like that at all. And I think it's a what do you want to call it? A good lesson for all of us not to do that to people. All right, everybody has difference of opinions, whether you agree with them or not. They're entitled to their opinions, and I think it's important for us all to listen to each other and try to be understanding. Just, you know, I don't have all the answers. I don't have anything, but I believe I'm reasonably intelligent, and I believe you're reasonably intelligent, and I think that your opinions matter, as do mine. So it's important. It's a good reminder, in any case. Otherwise, I've never had an issue anywhere with healthcare here, but this particular doctor definitely didn't rub us the right way. All right, picked up some lumber. Got to build some more window boxes. So we've got these windows, but on the far wall, I got some bigger windows going in there. We're going to make them ourselves. They're going to be about 2 meters wide and 1 meter tall that we're going to build. So we got to build the boxes first, the frame of it. Then we nail that to the strapping, and we'll finish it all off. Tomorrow morning we want to put the white trim on there so we can get the red steel on the back wall. Back there. So gonna get that done. And then we still need to do this. I gotta get some more lumber for up here, but I couldn't fit that in my van. That's about a 3.5, 4 meter 2x6, or 5 by 50 by 200, I guess you guys call it here. I gotta get that up there yet, and then we can trim these doors as well. So looking forward to that, and then we'll have red steel on this piece as well. So, lots to do. I'm gonna get back to work, and sometime in the daylight we'll tour you around. One more thing I just remembered right now. While we were gone, Wes was doing some heroin out in the fields, like I said, for the grass. And last year, if anybody remembers, when we first looked at this property, we lost a cow. One of the kids was holding the toy cow and dropped it, and we haven't found that back yet. And later on in the year, we lost the horse, and so we said, you know, the first animals are on Countryside Acres land. Anyway, today, lo and behold, Wes found the horse while he was harrowing. Somehow, it all of a sudden popped up into a tire. And he looked behind him and he sees this horse bouncing around in one of the tires. The odds of that pretty slim, I guess, but here we are. We've got the horse and it's not broken or nothing. It's still good. This was a childhood toy of mine, actually, when I was a kid. Lasted a long time.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is
oh, look at that beautiful sky. That part. Not so much that part. We got rain in the forecasts. That's all right, I think. We're getting to where I can switch to another job here soon. So we're still working on the tin. Got this wall all done. And around this corner, we are now working on some windows. If I can make it way over there. Wes is trimming. Gotta tell you, it's a real joy watching Wes work. Over the years, I've tried to teach him everything I know. He's still got a few more things to learn, but he's doing a great job of trimming now, hey? So there's some windows going in the walls. It's going to be 2-story here. So So we wanted some windows up there and some windows down here for the cows. And this area here will be a milk house. So we have to picture a floor in here. This window's actually a little too high, but it's gonna be okay. So we're gonna finish that up, and then we're gonna try to get some tin on the wall here. Call it tin, I guess that probably translates wrong. Steel. Quite often we don't use the right words necessarily. There's slang words in every language, and Canada is no exception. So we come up with another word that makes sense and people are used to using. And that actually changes from one side of Canada to another, because they speak differently in Western Canada than they do in Eastern Canada, but no different than here in Russia. It's also a little bit different depending on where you live. So we're gonna do that. It's amazing how much pollen comes off these trees. If you think, you know, how come I'm sneezing all the time in the spring? Look at my poor tractor. She turned yellow. This is all pollen that's been coming out of the trees. As the trees in the springtime breed and release pollen. It's everywhere. So we need to get ourselves a pressure washer sometime and get it all cleaned up. Some backing. I finished putting backing up on the wall here. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just is enough to get places where you can nail the trim on, basically. So the way I always do trim, that's what I've taught Wes as well. He's not completely done here yet, but that's good. So these ones have to run past. You need to start with the bottom one, then the side one, and then the top one, and that's to get the overlap right. The bottom one you bend up, any water coming down won't go in, it has to run off. You can caulk these edges when you're all done. Now when he's done, this one looks like this one didn't quite work out as well as some of the other ones, but the idea then is that this is 45. You cut this one down far enough to bend this part over, closes off the hole so you don't end up with wasps in there. The top one, especially when it bends over, it prevents water from getting in. All right, to give you an idea, this one here is done pretty good. These sides are not stuck yet, so that will be pushed in. The bottom gets trimmed over, okay, and then the top runs past. You can't quite see it, but you see how it overlaps down there. So any water coming down the steel has to come around this way. The only other thing I like to do is a starter trim on here, which we didn't do, and that basically deflects the water out so it drips down here. But that's what we're working on, getting those on. Or Wes is right now. I think I'm gonna head back to the garden, try rototilling some more. It hasn't been going that well. PTO, anyway, it's not a direct drive, so it seems to slip a lot. We have to just keep it a lot more shallow, and then it kind of works. It's unfortunate, but doesn't seem to be anything we can do about it. It's a different style, I guess. These tractors have some kind of belts that hold the PTO rather than a clutch, and it seems to slip for some strange reason. And it doesn't seem like it can be adjusted anymore. They tried to adjust it, and it is what it is. So we will work with it. Basically, though, it means that we're gonna rototill a lot more shallow, which is okay. And what I'm trying to do right now is bust up the clumps. We've got a bunch of clumps of dirt. I'd like to get that done. We do have a little bit of rain in the forecast, which is good. I want the rain to go in the garden, and then we're gonna cover it with plastic, and that moisture will stay in there. So it's good timing. We also want to finish the field. So Wes is harrowed from the highway on about halfway across this field. And by harrow I mean dragging those tires across, basically knocking all the seed heads off of the grasses so they can land on the ground. And I want to get that done, hopefully, before the rain as well, because the rain will push the seeds in a little bit and help them to germinate, and then we should have a nice luscious grow back this year. We left it fallow last year, so there's lots of material there for the bugs to eat in the ground, which makes for very fertile soil. And also now we have the possibilities of it reseeding itself. Very exciting times. Good morning, another day, beautiful. I just can't believe how fast the leaves come out. It's phenomenal. It's a whole new world. Everything's all green. So we got a little farther here now. This is our barn portion. The rest of this will stay open. It'll have gates at the bottom. Cattle will be able to eat on this side. That originally was going to be a lot bigger, but we've made the dairy part larger now. So this portion here is for our dairy cattle. There's 2 floors here. Dairy cows here will be in a tie stall. Most of the time they'll be outside, but for milking and in the worst of the winter, they'll be tied up here for winter. And then we'll have room up here as well. And then the front portion here is a milk house. So coming together real good. We do not have soffit yet, but we have planned for it. And I'll have to order that later in the year sometime. Right now it'll be okay without for a while. And we were short one piece of trim and Wes messed up one. So now we're short 2 little pieces. So we're gonna go make those in a minute, get those on. I gotta run to Nizhny. Need to go to Nizhny. Again, the girls have their eye appointments all week, 10 days straight. So we gotta do that and meet a guy from the States, actually 2 of them today, for lunch today as well. So, and then tonight, hopefully we'll get this wall done. It'd be nice to finish this piece up. Still need to get the 2 man doors here yet, but basically the bottom is now done other than the far side of the shop. So, very happy. Gonna go bend up some trim, and then I better have a shower and get out of here.
As the